Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody, to the sound of a crisp coconut liqueur opening and the return of Piece of Chaos after a somewhat lengthy layoff. I don't think anybody gives a shit, but it's been a crazy couple months, yeah, I just think I needed a break. So, but I'm back. I really missed the chaos. I missed the chaos, and got a couple of notes that people were wondering where the episodes were and what was happening. So, life gets in the way, and let's catch up. So, I really am disappointed in my Philadelphia Phillies, who, for the third year in a row, have regressed. 2 years ago, we made it to the World Series and lost. Last year, we made it to the Championship Series and lost. This year, we didn't even make it out of the division, and we lost to the stinking Mets. The Mets. Very frustrating to watch this team. I realize that my baseball knowledge is old school. The last time I played competitive baseball was 1991, I think. Yeah, 1991. So, but it is essentially the same game. It's just played very differently. The objectives are the same, but they get to them. They get to them very differently than we used to when we were playing baseball. At least what I remember and how I played the game. It was interesting. I think about a week before the playoffs started, Pete Rose died, and he was one of my most favorite players of all time when he played for the Phillies. And he was just always hustling. That's why they called him Charlie Hustle. The MLB leading hitter, most hits of any baseball player. And the reason that is, and I think the reason I have this thought around baseball, is that he hit anything, anywhere, to get on base. So he wasn't waiting for his pitch. He knew he was going to get, up to 8 pitches that he could possibly hit. So he was a very situational hitter. That's a lot how I played the game. That's how I hit. I was not a power hitter at all, but I hit for percentage. I very rarely struck out. I hit a lot of line drives up the middle, especially. There's usually no one there. So if it gets over the pitcher's head and over second base, you're on base. And if there's runners in scoring position, they can usually score. I hit in the 5 position for most of my career playing baseball. And I just get very frustrated watching modern baseball. If you watch the series with the Phillies and the Mets, the 5 through 9 hitters, I believe, my friend Tim calculated through the entire series, the 5 through 9 hitters hit .083. That was their average. That's terrible. Like, that is worse than when pitchers used to hit. Usually they had an average somewhere in the 100s. So yeah, that was pathetic. That was a pathetic outing. And it makes me wonder that there's something wrong with the game when that happens, because so now I never faced 90 and 100 mile an hour pitches. Okay. So the most probably maybe some low 90s when I played. Maybe a few pitchers could throw in the low 90s in high school and college, but definitely not 100. And there's a exponential difference between 85 and 95 when the ball's coming at you, no question. But no no matter who was pitching, no matter what they were throwing, of the chances I had, I could usually hit something somewhere, and I could usually hit it basically where I chose. So situationally, if there was a man on third, I wanted to hit it to the, I was hitting right. If I'm hitting right-handed and there's a person on third base, I'm trying to hit it to center or right field so that the runner can score. If there's runners, on first base, second base, then it's kind of open. I loved pulling it down the line. That was one of my favorite, hitting it down the third base line. If you get the right pitch, you can do that. But you go with the pitch and you put it where it's supposed to be. You get your bat on the ball. And they just didn't seem to understand that. And, the pitcher, for example, in one game, one of the relief pitchers for the Mets, I think he threw 9 straight balls, like non-strikes. And then the next batter that came up swung at the first pitch. I'm like, what are you doing? The guy can't find the strike zone. What are you swinging at? Worst case scenario, you have a strike on you. Worst case. It was just very poorly executed for a team that, for the first half of the season, performed really well. So, anyway, I watched the Philly series, obviously. And now I have to become a Dodgers fan to watch the rest of the series. I kind of don't mind the Dodgers as long as we're not playing the Phillies. As long as they're not playing the Phillies, I could give or take the Dodgers, even though I live in Los Angeles. I don't really like going to Dodgers games unless they're not playing the Phillies, and it can just be enjoyable. But even then, going to Chavez Ravine is terrible. The parking's terrible. The parking lot's terrible. It is a cool park, though. It's very pretty. It's very nice when the sun goes down and is going down. It's a beautiful, iconic park, no question. But the logistics of going to that park kind of suck. So, not always my favorite, but yeah, I'll watch it because it's good baseball. And when I watch playoff baseball, I'm reminded how much I love baseball, even though they don't play it like I used to play it. So, anyway, Phillies are out of it. The Eagles somehow squeaked a win over the Browns. God, if ever there was, I know it's somebody's name, the football team, but their colors are, brown, orange, and white. They're just gross. Ugh. Yeah, but the Eagles don't seem very good this year, even though they have an incredible receiving core when they're healthy. On paper, a great quarterback. The line seems really strong. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't watch enough football anymore to know. I think to judge. I don't watch enough of the other teams to judge. Oh, I guess I'm tired tonight. Sorry about that. So that has taken up a lot of my time. I also had the privilege of doing a college drop-off for someone who's very close to me. And that was interesting. It was, a trial run, let's say, for when I drop my own kid off at college next year, which is going to be interesting. Mostly I was just jealous. Like, I wanted to be moving into the dorms. I wanted to be going to school. I was like, this is just, the memories just came flooding back. It was funny. I warned her, about the first night in the dorms, and that it was going to get crazy. I was like, everybody seems like they're all buttoned up right now because everybody's parents are here, building IKEA shelves and putting things away and hanging things on the wall. But the second all the parents are gone, these kids are going to go crazy because they're alone. Some of them for the first time. Some of them from, very repressive backgrounds, from very strict backgrounds and all kinds of different upbringings, and all converging in one spot at a gigantic party school. And it's going to get nuts. And sure enough, it did. I said, on your floor, I would bet there are at least 20 bottles of Tito's or cheap liquor in somebody's suitcase. You just, kids get crazy that first night. My first night of college was fantastic. I remember it so well. My roommate, who I just met, and I don't know who we bought it from, but somebody sold us a case of beer. And this is how old I am. A case of beer. Now, calling it beer in quotes, it was a very terrible beer called Milwaukee's Best, which is an insult to Milwaukee, I have to say. If that's the best they have to offer, it is a shame, because it is swill. I don't think I could even sip it right now. But anyway, we got a case of Milwaukee's Best. It was less than $5. Like, it was $4 and change. I think at the store we could go buy a case of that shit for less than $5. But we got ourselves a case of beer, and we weren't even really going crazy. We were just decided to hang out in our room, get to know each other, listen to music. Neither of us really wanted to get in trouble for anything right away. So, and it was a small school, so it wasn't that crazy. But everybody on the floor was kind of having their own parties, and we were drinking beers, listening to music, and two in the morning, let's say, we get the cop knock on our door. We're like, oh man, I didn't think we were being loud. I didn't think we were doing anything. And it's the RA. It's Mike. It's your RA. Open up. I'm like, oh man, already? We open up the door, and my RA and his roommate are standing there. Both of them had on underwear, and one of them was wearing women's underwear, and his junk was hanging out of it. They both had on ties, no shirt, underwear. One of them, I think, had a coonskin cap on, if I remember correctly. But they played it so seriously, listen, you guys, if you're going to be across the hall from us, we're going to have some rules. And they basically just were hammered and having fun and asked us for a couple of our beers. So that's not that crazy in retrospect, but it was to me. It was to me. I loved it. I loved college. And moving her into college reminded me how much I love college and how much I missed college. But I hope she's having fun. And I hope they're all having fun, staying safe, making smart decisions. So that happened. So now we're into the winter. The holiday season is upon us. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. That run, we call it the season of eating. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the holidays this year. I think it's going to be nice to maybe get a little time off, relax a little bit, and I've really been trying to get to a place where I'm at peace with everything that's going on. I've been playing so much music, playing so much drums, having really interesting conversations about music, and learning a lot about myself when it comes to music, and seeing a steady improvement on things through practice, which, is not that much of a surprise, but to me it is a little bit. Seeing these little wins pile up and stack on each other, from doing rudiments and going back to the basics and applying it to when I play shows. We posted up a couple of recent videos of our last show, and I'm just really proud of them. Like, I'm really proud of them. The band is sounding really good. We played 2 songs that are just in these videos. One is In Circles by Sunny Day Real Estate, which I just love that song, and Drown by Smashing Pumpkins. And I don't know, man. I think they're great. I think the covers are great. If I saw a band play those songs, I think as well as we played them, I'd be pretty psyched. So I think people enjoy our show. And I can't wait to play more. We're actually off due to just everybody being busy with jobs and travel and stuff like that. So we don't have any shows in November or October, which is a bummer, but we're rehearsing a bunch and adding tons of songs to our list. But then we're back in December. We play 2 really fun shows in December, and I'm really looking forward to those. Both shows we play the whole night. We're the only band, which I really like in terms of like setup is easier, and you don't have to rush in between sets. It's a little more relaxing. So that's really fun. If you're in the LA area, we're going to be playing December 6th at the world famous Rock and Roll Pizza in Simi Valley, which is where the Foo Fighters have played there a bunch. Chevy Metal played there a bunch. Taylor Hawkins actually donated the drum set that's on stage there, the house kit. Funny enough about that drum set, it's a nice drum set. It's a DW drum set, but it's really not tuned well. It's tuned very, very just bad. And the sound man there has got it dialed in, because in the house it sounds pretty good, but it's the deadest sounding drum set. It's just really kind of miserable to play. And there's a big piece of tape on it that says, "Do not tune the drums." And partly I think it's for volume, but also I feel like maybe the sound man thinks that since Taylor Hawkins donated them 2 or 3 years ago, he just didn't want them tuned. And he doesn't want to touch the tuning because that's how Taylor left it. But I don't think that's... I'm sure if Taylor could come back, he would say, "Please tune the drums. They sound like shit." But anyway, that's a fun place. It's crazy because it's Rock and Roll Pizza. It's a bar inside of a bowling alley. Now, I know that sounds weird, but in Los Angeles, that's fairly common. There's a bunch of them. We used to play, we played another place called the Corbin Bowl. Same deal. There's a couple of them around here. And sometimes it's completely separate from the bowling alley. But in Rock and Roll Pizza in Simi Valley, it is a separate room, but it kind of opens to the bowling alley with these big open doors. So if you're bowling, you actually get to hear the music. And the last time we played there, it was packed in the bar, and the people that were bowling kind of came and gathered around. So it was really fun. I'm looking forward to that one again. And then right before Christmas on December 21st, we are playing at a local place near me out here in the burbs called Azars, which is like a local dive bar. It's always packed, always fun, and the crowd gets super into it, and it's a late night, and I haven't played there for years. My old band, my old cover band, which was also a 90s cover band, but different band members, used to play there, and we would play there once a month. It was so fun. So I'm looking forward to getting back in there, and that'll lead us into the new year, 2025 already. Hard to believe. Really hard to believe. This year has gone by in a blink. And I realize that when I go to take the Halloween decorations down and put them out, I was like, man, I feel like I just put these away. And I guess that is just old age. The years fly by quicker and quicker. And there's just nothing you can do about it. Except enjoy it, because, they come and go very quickly. So I try to slow down and pay attention to them and, just enjoy them. Enjoy my kids. Enjoy all the fun of it. Because, man, they fly by. They just fly by. It's funny. This will probably be my last year with my son trick-or-treating, because he's going to be going to high school next year. And I feel like you take off from trick-or-treating for the high school years, and then you start up again. But it's more like a drunken party when you're in college. But, I remember walking around the neighborhood, with them, with the little kids, because you got to kind of chaperone them and stuff. And now they just, leave the house and come back a couple hours later with all the candy. It's fun. We definitely live in a good neighborhood for Halloween. And we have a little party here and for the parents and all the people walking around, and set up a spooky scene out in the front yard and all that stuff. And it's cool. It's cool. I'll talk more about that on the next podcast. I'm going to get back into the rhythm here and start putting these out more regularly. I hope to have a couple of guests. I've asked a couple of people recently, and they said they would. So we'll get those scheduled. I really do enjoy talking to my comedy buddies, even if I haven't talked to them in a while. One of them hopefully will come on soon, who just moved to Detroit. I want to hear about that. And so more to come. I appreciate you. I appreciate all the notes and stuff that came in about the show. Sorry for the hiatus, the unannounced hiatus. But I'm my own boss. I do what I want when it comes to the podcast. And I think that's all I wanted to tell you about. Eagles, Phillies, Halloween. There you have it. Oh, one recommendation before I go. I know it is the holiday season. It is the autumn, the fall, the pumpkin season. And I have to recommend, or rather warn, because you might become addicted like I am, to the nitro cold brew pumpkin thing that they have at Starbucks. The pumpkin spice latte is actually gross. I tried one because it's, the pumpkin season. And I was like, this just doesn't taste like anything real. It tastes like a packet of hot chocolate mix, only pumpkin flavored, and it's just nasty. But this nitro cold brew with the vanilla cream foam on the top, oh boy, it's unstoppably good. I think it just has a ton of sugar in it also, but I just get the small one, the tall, and I love it. I think about it when I don't have it. And I find excuses to get it. Oh, and one other thing I wanted to talk about, and this is really annoying to me. I don't know if you have watched a show on Netflix called Loudermilk. It stars, I'm not going to know the guy's name, the guy from Office Space. Really great actor. And Brian Regan is in it. The guy from Mad TV. God, I'm blanking on all these names. I should look it up. That's rude of me not to have their names. It's so good. Sam Loudermilk played by, let's look it up. I have the internet right here. Ron Livingston. Yeah, Ron Livingston. So Ron Livingston is the lead. Will Sasso is in it, but Brian Regan is in it. Those are the only big names, I think. There's a musician named Lizzie Poole in it at the end who's really good. But anyway, it's I started watching this because it just came up on my Netflix feed, and I was like, this looks interesting, and I like Ron Livingston. So I get all into this movie. It's got 3 seasons. It's about a guy who's a recovering alcoholic, and he's an abuse counselor, and he's just kind of rude and speaks his mind. And it's really nice. It's a good show. I really liked it. 3 seasons. I didn't really look at when it was from. It just popped up on Netflix, so I assumed it was, fairly new, and I was like, oh, okay, 3 seasons. So I watched all 3 seasons. I get to the last episode, and I'm like, I guess, next year the new season will come out. Guess what? No. It ended in 2020, and I guess they had some kind of, problems with it. I don't know if it was canceled, or if it lost its I don't know what happened to it. I guess I could look it up, but here you go. Is there season 4 of Loudermilk? Has plans to shop the series again for 4th and future seasons. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe it'll come back. Looking here in February on Deadline, there was an article that Loudermilk found an audience on Netflix. Hope for season 4. Okay. Anyway, it was a great show, but it ended so strangely because I don't think they realized it was not going to have a season 4 potentially. So there's a lot of storylines just out there and in the show, but I really enjoyed it, and I'd highly recommend it if you're looking for something to watch. It was good. It was fun. I enjoyed it. And lately, television has been taking me away from reading, and I don't know why, except I just kind of wanted a break from reading, but I want to get back into that too. So now that I'm finished with Loudermilk, I have no excuses to get back to my regularly scheduled reading, and regularly scheduled podcasts. I'm going to do all that. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for listening to the podcast. And if you enjoyed this episode or not, write, subscribe, review, tell people, whatever. Doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. But that's it for the podcast this week. Stay tuned for more episodes with potential guests here in the coming weeks. And be safe, have fun. And thanks for listening. Be well. So deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Yes, I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go too well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know too well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything come what might for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that rings in the nights, repeats and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you ain't never gonna win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop just before I begin. Yes, I've got you under my skin. Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. Love never made